Alright, as usual, check our weather and our luck. Get a new Queen of Sauce recipe, maybe. Gonna be sunny tomorrow, of course. Let's see what our fortune is. Whether we have some good luck or not. Yep, good humor, a little extra luck. Good to know. Maybe do some fishing at some point today. Hopefully earn a little bit of cash that way. And we are learning to make baked fish.
Put that shit in the trunk so it don't stink up the car.
2 cats go bananas. Need a second chef around just to keep them from hopping on the counter for a bite. Make sure the fish is fresh, blah, blah, blah. All right, I have a cat myself. I know he does kind of go crazy when I am cooking or eating fish.
You have no idea how bad it gets.
All right, Mayor Lewis is teaching us how to make spaghetti. So 2 recipes in one day. That's pretty good. A nice letter from Dad. Read an article in the local paper. Very impressed with my progress and might be retiring in a luxury bungalow. Well, we'll see about that. As of now, we're not raking in the big bucks, but by the end of this year, we will probably be able to at least afford a couple-week vacation for dear old Dad. So we will go and do our watering for the day. Throw some stuff in our nice recycling machine there. Got a refined quartz. Those are going to be helpful for crafting quality sprinklers, which we're going to do probably toward the end of summer or beginning of fall. And we will check out what the cow's doing. I think it's 1 more day until he's fully grown, but I'll just grab the milk pail to check it out. If he gives us milk today, all the better. Nope. Alright, so Roberta is too young to produce milk. So tomorrow will be our first day of getting milk from dear old Roberta.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Which is going to be helpful because the milk sells for a decent penny. It's a good gift for a couple of the villagers, and because we need to make friends with Roberta so we can get that large milk for the community center animal bundle.
Oh, good for you.
Got a nice gold quality red pepper there that'll sell for, I don't know, 60 or 70 gold, so get us doing relatively well with all that.
Well, good luck with all that.
And continue our watering for the day. Scarecrow also guarded our crops there against the dog. Sometimes he runs into the middle of the field and then he's a pain in the ass to get him to move, so luckily the Scarecrow was in his path there and he went south instead of heading into the middle of the field where he would sit there and pant. Be in our way. Oh, here he comes. Alright. Not the brightest bulb, the dog. He seems to run into things a lot, but make sure you pet your animal every day because you need to make friends with them to get a good rating at the end of year 2, beginning of year 3, from Grandpa's Shrine.
Can your grandfather do this? Hey, ha, hoo, hey.
Starfruit is coming along right here. This one I'm watering now. That is going to be nice to have because we will throw it in a seed maker and be able to make a pretty profit in the winter when we hopefully have our greenhouse from the community center. I think we're on track to be able to do that. We just are going to need a little bit of luck from the cart lady and we should be all good. That's why we are checking every day, well, every Friday and Sunday, which we will be doing today, as well as bringing gifts around to the villagers because it's a good day to do it. You got to go visit near the wizard anyway, so you can grab something for him, and then we'll do some fishing, give some people some gifts, sort of just wander around getting stuff done for the day. I think we also have a couple things to go into the community center and the museum. So overall, we can just wander around, take our time doing our chores, and also do some fishing. Alright, so let's gather up some gifts. Strawberries for Maru and Demetrius.
There ain't no more strawberries.
Alright, so we're going to bring some produce, grab a leek for George, cauliflower. A lot of people really like those. We're running low on the best gifts, so let's grab some green beans. Shortly we'll be getting a lot more things people like, including more of those red peppers and some of the other summer fruits and veg. So at that point we'll be able to have a little bit more for gifts to give to people. But we need that honey can go over to the community center, that elvish bracelet we can give to Gunther at the museum, and the wizard really likes that solar essence there, so we can give one of those to him. We'll be picking up more of those in the mines as we do some mining. And we already donated it to the adventurers bundle in the community center, so we don't need any more of those.
Don't tell me my business, devil woman. Call the fire department.
All right, and off we go to Cindersap Forest. At some point we will be clearing out this area down here, including those little fibers that are in the way. But for now, we have plenty of hay for Roberta, and it's also summer, so except on rainy days, she can come out of the barn and wander around. Your animals are a lot happier if they eat grass every day, so that's what she'll be doing for the most part, and won't be going through our hay stock. All right, let's see what you got for us. Ooh, a sandfish from the cart lady. I'm gonna snag that for the fishing bundles in the community center, because it takes a little bit of time to get over to the desert, which is the only place that you can get those. We need the bus service back, which is a reward for completing one of the community center bundles, and we probably won't be able to do that until at least winter. It's basically we get the bus when we give the money for the vault.
You gotta open the vault.
Open my vault?
Open your vault.
And we're not going to be completing that bundle until we have a lot more cash laying around. For now, we're going to be spending that money on the things we need in order to get the rest of the bundles. So, at this point, we will snag that fish so we can complete fishing without having to get over into the desert. Give something to Leah. What does she like? She will like a green bean. She likes pretty much all fruits and vegetables, so she's happy about that. Jazz, we can give this sweet pea. That's one of her favorite gifts. Love presents, thank you. Light little child. Alright, I think we're far enough in front of Leah to kick some trash cans here. Field snack, which is always helpful because we don't have so many of the pine cones. We need to craft more of them, and it's nice to have 6 or 7 on hand at all times so we can work later into the evening. Alright, we have plenty of space in our inventory, so let's head down to the ocean and do a little bit of foraging and fishing. Haley lurking up there at the top. I don't really have anything that she loves. She really likes flowers, but Mary Lewis over here loves him some hot peppers, so let's give him one of those. And then do some fishing over by this rock.
Here, fishy, fishy, fishy.
Seaweed. Alright, come on, good luck day. Let's get these fish biting faster instead of just giving us a bunch of what is basically worthless seaweed. Comes in handy when you want to be making maki rolls later on in the game, but we do not have a kitchen yet, so for now we just want to sell these guys. Trash. So much for a good luck day as far as fishing is going. I'd like to be able to get a couple things to sell. You can get some fairly high quality stuff in the summer in the ocean, but so far no luck. Alright, I get it, Stardew. I'm starting to feel exhausted. You're giving me seaweed and garbage out of the ocean. Here we go. See if we can snag this little treasure here. Fish was nice and helpful and came all the way back down to the bottom for us. That doesn't always happen. That helps sometimes on a good luck day. I think the fish behave accordingly. It's also a red mullet, which is not an especially hard fish to catch, but we got an artifact that we can donate to Gunther.
Gunther? Oh, I love you too.
All right, so let's eat a field snack since we were exhausted. Do a little bit more fishing. We want to get ourselves over to the museum by 5 o'clock. That's when Gunther closes up shop. So we can donate that elvish jewelry as well as that little bone flute that we just got. We get a couple of decorative rewards for both of those. I recall from my previous many playthroughs, so nothing helpful as far as money making or, you know, just that kind of stuff, but nice to have to decorate our house for when we have a little more space for it. Alright, it is enough with the seaweed. Mary Lewis stares wistfully off into the ocean next to us over there. Okay, let's do one more cast and then we'll head over to the museum, maybe sell some of this stuff to Willie to fill up, or I guess clear up some of the space in our inventory. Okay, here we go. 4 o'clock, that gives us an hour to get over there. Let's give some gifts to some of these people if I have anything. Not really. The kids do not really like fruits or vegetables, with the exception of the fact that Vincent loves grapes, but I don't have any of those. Sam does not really like fruits or vegetables either, so let's just head over to the museum. Marvelous. All right, so Elliot likes his green bean.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Haley and Alex hanging out at the ice cream stand. That's what they usually do on summer afternoons when it's a nice sunny day. Got ourselves another field snack, so even though fishing was not the luckiest, we've been decently lucky with the trash cans so far today, and I guess we did get that one artifact while we were fishing, so it's not a bad thing. Alright, so got some rewards. Let's see here. Yeah, so got a skeleton and a flute block. The flute block is going to make some noise when you walk past it, so it's just a fun little thing to keep near your door for a little bit of extra, I don't know, ambiance when you walk into your house. And the skeleton we can throw somewhere just to look at. Get these wiggly worms here. Feeling exhausted again, so it's a good thing we picked up those field snacks in the trash today, because I think we'd be down to just 1 or 2 if we hadn't done that. I think we started the day with 3 and we've gotten 3, so
Foe?
it's keeping us out and about. Great, stop by see George. He likes the leeks. Grabbed one for him. It's your favorite thing. You're welcome, sir. Evelyn likes vegetables, so she can have a green bean. Basically, just Sundays are a good day to wander around and give people stuff that they like, or even stuff that they tolerate, because it's going to build up your friendship points. And, you know, as you're wandering around doing stuff anyway, you might as well grab a few gifts. On a great luck day, I'd maybe dive into the mines instead, but as we saw earlier, it's really important to always check the cart lady on Fridays as well as Sundays, because that way you make sure you get all the stuff that you cannot otherwise get, or it's very difficult to get for the community center, including the must-have items of the red cabbage and possibly the rabbit's foot. Got a maki roll from Gus, which goes into the chef's bundle in the community center, so it's always nice to pick one of those up. If you see what he's selling, he has a few things that you can use for the community center or that just make great gifts. Early on in the game, I don't buy many things from him for gifts because they're just at a markup, but it's a lot more reasonable than buying similar stuff from the cart lady. Her prices can be really crazy because, as she says, she smuggles in the goods from the Gortorian or something empire. Alright, do our donating. First stop, get this sandfish into the specialty fish bundle. So now we're just looking for the wood skip and the ghost fish. We will pick up a ghost fish at some point in the mines. A lot of the monsters drop them. And it's also, we're going to get the wood skip once we get into the secret forest. So we donated also that maki roll.
Well, what do you mean?
We've got a tapper on our tree for that maple syrup, so we'll have that one half done. We're doing really well with those. And the next one we have is our honey in the artisan bundle. I always go into the crafts room instead of the pantry. All right, so pantry is up. The crafts room is foraging. This is the other stuff. All right, honey. So we've got our cow. We should be able to throw milk into a cheese press soon. And we bought a peach, I think from the traveling cart lady, because you can't get those easily early on. The other two fruit trees hopefully will get bought and planted about middle of the summer so they can bear fruit in the fall. That's going to be the pomegranate and the apple. So if you have more cash than I do laying around, you might want to consider grabbing those from Pierre's store, or if you're a trader over at Joja, earlier rather than later, because you'll get a bigger return on your investment that way. All right, 7:40. Let's, creepily stand next to Sebastian. He usually only goes outside after dark. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You're sort of a vampire. I'm standing in the way, so I can't really get those bubbles, which is a higher bite rate for the fish. But oh well. Alright, at least we picked up another treasure. Carp is not worth much money, but one piece of bait that's pretty garbage. Yeah, can't make it. Sebastian, you're really in the way there. Get out of here smoking your cigarette.
What you are? You're a ribbon bully.
Fishing up a lot of trash today, which can be frustrating, especially early in the game, but we do have our recycling machine now, so we'll at least get some useful items out of them. The driftwood will often give us wood. Which is basically zero effort that we accumulate more for our inventory, which we're certainly going to use. Building our next big item there, which is going to be the coop. Can probably do that in the next day or two, assuming we make a fair bit of money tomorrow on crops. I think we have a couple of different things coming in. I think our mixed seeds, or our spring seeds, should bear fruit soon. Fishing up a lot of carp. Getting exhausted again, so we'll pound another field snack, probably head back to the good old homestead soon.
That's your home! Are you too good for your home?
It's 9:20. May stay up a little bit late today just because I don't think we have any big goals set for tomorrow. We're just going to hopefully try and get that coop, assuming we get close in the amount of money that we're going to make. It's 4,000 gold, and I think, let's see, 200 wood, 150 stone, something like that. We are again about to pass out, so let's eat that field snack. Yum, 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 says Allison. Get a couple more casts in. I'm not going to try and chop down any trees or anything tonight, so we can go pretty close to the end of our energy and just head right back to the farm. Alright, let's head back to the farm, get ourselves organized before we head to sleep, sell these fish, grab our mushrooms from Demetrius, and hit the hay.
Just stay out of my way, or you'll pay. Listen to what I say.
Eventually, as we're using this recycling machine, you're going to get a whole bunch of torches from soggy newspaper. We don't have a whole lot of it, but you can light up a lot of the dark areas both on and off your farm, basically at no cost to you, rather than spending the sap and the wood crafting them. You just have to make sure that you place those where villagers don't walk. But when they're free, it doesn't really matter if they get run over and destroyed. So anywhere on your farm is good, but just be careful if you're placing them off your farm. If you've already gotten a lot of soggy newspaper, you might want to consider throwing a few candles to the places you normally walk at night, like up from Robin's farm over there, or from the village through where the bus stop is. All right, we can sell all these fish. We're going to save our flute block and our skeleton. Make a preserves jar because we need to get some jelly for the artisan bundle in the community center. And we have a hot pepper that we can throw in and get some hot pepper jelly. We have plenty of them, or we at least will going forward shortly, because those peppers produce multiple fruits, and we have several of those plants. So it's a good thing to just get one of those going, because the preserves or wine, all that kind of stuff, always sells for more than what the base crop was. So you're going to make a little bit extra money if you just have something in them all the time. And we also need it for the community center. So throw a hot pepper in there. They're worth a little bit less just as selling them than the strawberries, and those are the only two fruits I have at this exact moment. Alright, it's midnight, but got all those free field snacks today, so I might stay up a little late and just pop one tomorrow morning to get my energy up. Make an extra chest here. A lot of our other stuff is getting kind of full. And instead of having everything all together, I am going to do a separate chest for forageables and other lovely items that we've gotten by growing them on the farm, fruits, veg, that kind of thing. Throw these two in our seeds because they're technically seeds. But as I've said before, organize things how you see fit. It's sort of up to you how you want things. If you don't mind going through all your different chests, don't bother spending the wood early on. But it ends up taking a lot of time if you forget where all your crap is, so it's a lot easier just to be organized. Alright, and off to bed before 1 a.m. so we won't pay the higher energy tax. And overall, we had a pretty productive day. We leveled up our fishing so we can make a new lure, a spinner, as well as a trap bob. Both of those are going to be pretty helpful, especially the trap bob. It's definitely one of my favorites. Made $1,100 from a lot of fishing. Those mullet were pretty profitable, so were the mushrooms, and 66 for our one hot pepper. I said between 60 and 70, so I was actually about right on that. And off to bed.